Another NFL week is in the books, which means we have another week of our Steal a Player series. If you don't know how it works, pretty much every team that won gets to steal a player from the team that they beat. The only rule is that they must trade a number one starter for a number one starter. So their best at that position has to go. We begin with the Chicago Bears getting their first W of the season. DJ Moore went absolutely bonkers as his team won 40-20 over the Commanders. Team morale was in the dumps, but now they finally get to steal a player. And since it's October, why not go with Scary Terry? Now, if they still had DJ Moore, they probably wouldn't be doing this. You know, they would keep him as the number one, but they already lost him. So sorry, Mooney, but they're going to upgrade at wide receiver. The Jaguars improved to 2-0 in London during the season. They win 25-20 over the Buffalo Bills. The team's still looking pretty solid, above 500 on the season, but it can get a little bit better. Stephon would be nice, but their wide receiver core is actually pretty good. So they're going to look on the defensive side of football and take a guy who is always at the top in these simulations when it comes to the sacks, man. Von Miller, welcome to Jacksonville. Huge thank you to Game Blazers for sponsoring today's video. Game Blazers is taking fantasy football to the next level by combining traditional fantasy football with video game mechanics. It's free to play, and you're given 12 free athlete items to start, and you can earn XP to unlock additional free item packs and boost through the free GB Pass, similar to the Battle Pass in your favorite video games. Just like traditional fantasy football, you draft your own salary cap teams to compete in contests each week, but unlike traditional fantasy football, you choose from your roster of athlete items that you own. Contests can be free entry, earning XP, or paid, earning real money, but there's no real pressure to spend a dime. You can make your own contests, play in other community contests, and or play in Game Blazers official contests. Mini games are a fun and free way to earn more XP each week. Right now, there are 1v1 mini games where you choose which player or team will win that week. There's a lot more mini games to come. Now, the marketplace allows you to buy or sell items that you pull from the packs. This is not sports betting. This is only fantasy football. So here's my team right now. I'm going to go ahead and open some of these packs, man. We're going to start with the rares. We get Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let's go. Bijan. Mike Williams, man. Nasty. We got 8 packs remaining. Let's see some of the highlights we can get from these. Mike Evans, we got him. Okay, that's a nice pull right there. Last rare pack, we get Justin freaking Jefferson. Devon Achane. Nasty pulls. I mean, this is just insane. And we still have a bunch of packs left. Let's go ahead and do the common. We get Justin Fields and Epic along with CMC. Nah, but this team is looking scary. Another common pack. We get Amari Cooper. Very solid. Final common pack. Let's see if we can get another Amari Cooper. So that's a duplicate. Gonna throw him on the auction block. We get Brock Purdy. Epic pack. Let's go. Christian McCaffrey again. So we can sell this one. Bryce Young, Kittle. 2 Kittles. So you can sell one of them. And then Herbert. Oh my goodness. Kenneth Walker Olave. We have 1 pack remaining. The legendary pack. Oh, we get McCaffrey again. Travis Kelce. Freiermuth, Breece Hall, and Dalton Schultz. Disgusting pulls all around. Here's a look at the updated team. So I'm going to go ahead and create a contest in case you guys want to join. Contest name is going to be Ckbirds. Entry fee is going to be $0. It's going to be free to play. Points are going to be enabled so you can use them to climb the leaderboard. Going to be 500 max entries so anyone can join. Max entries per user though, only going to be 1. Going to be top 50 that get points. So about 10% of everyone that enters, if it's the max entry, will go ahead and win some points. Salary mode, we're going to have it on balance. Scaling factor, why not 1-to-1? It's going to be public and of course select all for the NFL games. The latest you can enter is going to be at, how about 1 o'clock on Sunday? Here we go, man. Going to be a flex and a super flex. Creating the contest right now. Going to draft my team so you guys can see how it works. Here's a look at my final team that I drafted, man. The salary cap makes it so it can't be as OP as possible. Had to put Dalton Schultz in the super flex, Chig in the flex, but I'm ready to go. Now we're going to play one of the mini games. Choose the items you think are going to score more points this week. Each correct pick will earn plus 20 XP. You do not need to own the item to participate. Oh, this is pretty easy. Okay, so now, you know what? Actually, look at the average points. Wilson averages more, but hey, I'm still going with Patrick Mahomes. Here we go. Godwin versus Evans. I think Godwin is more healthy. I'm going to go with him. Burrow versus Geno. That's going to be a good one. I got to go with Burrow. I think he's a little bit more healthy. Geno is dealing with an injury. Gibbs versus Montgomery. I think Gibbs is dealing with injuries. You know, Montgomery's been balling. Purdy versus Deshaun. Deshaun, once again, another guy dealing with injuries. Chase versus Moore. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with the underdog, DJ Moore. I think Chase going against Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen. Going to be tough. George Kittle or Dallas Goedert, both of them very, very solid, but I'm going to go with my man's Goddard. Mostert, I'm going with him. Devon is out for a little bit, so I think he gets more touches. Kirk versus Ridley is a toss-up. I'm just going to go Ridley. Etienne versus Bijan. I feel like Etienne, man. Bijan, I think, is a little bit better, but they don't give him the ball enough. And then Goff versus Stafford. I don't know. I like both of them, but I like Stafford. And then I think Dak does bounce back. He's playing the Chargers. I gotta go with him. There we go. Picked all of them. That's what you get in the mini games. Easy way to earn some XP. So there you have it, man. Game Blazers. Go ahead and download it using the link in the description. Huge thanks once again to Game Blazers for sponsoring today's video. The Falcons with a game-winning field goal at the end improved to 3-0 at home. They win 21-19 over the Texans. Another team that has a pretty solid roster. But there's one guy that can make it even better. Devontae Adams, one of those elite players that's just going to continue switching teams throughout this series. Drake London going to Houston as he upgrades 16 overalls at wide receiver 1. Lions are looking like one of the best teams in the league. They improved to 4-1 on the season, 42-24 over Carolina. Not too many holes on this roster, so it was kind of hard to see a position of upgrade for Detroit. But luckily, ESPN told us that Frankie Louvu was actually an inside linebacker for Carolina, and Anzalone is the starter on ESPN's depth chart for the Lions, so they can get a nice upgrade at the MLB position. Before we continue, we got a few super chats. At VHustle69 says, Fanbase Challenge. Viewers make a donation to you in their favorite team's name. Whatever team raises the most money gets to be a 99 overall for a season. No, I would never make you guys donate to me, man. I appreciate anyone that does, but all I ask is that you like the videos, man. I appreciate that suggestion, though. And then Maddox Sanders says you should do a video where every position switches, like cornerback to wide receiver and D-line goes to O-line, etc. Love the vids. Thank you, my brother. And then Jack Siegel 4639 says happy birthday, video idea, every team's worst year. And that's a pretty cool one, man. I appreciate all the donations. Indianapolis caught a huge division W over the Titans 23-16, and they're gonna take a very nice player, but not on Lamar Jackson's side of football. He goes by the name of Aaron Donald, another guy who will continue to make the rounds throughout the NFL as long as the team he's on continues losing. Ebukam is headed to Tennessee. Miami improves to 2-0 at home, 4-1 on the season after getting a dub over the Giants 31-16. But at what cost? Devon Achane looks like he's gonna miss a few weeks. But anyways, let's focus on who they're gonna be stealing. This was tough because they could use a huge upgrade at tight end with Waller. Right now they have a 70 overall, but when you have an X factor running back that you can put in that offense with Tyreek Hill, Tua, Waddle, and company, you have to make it happen. This is probably the best offense in the league now. The Saints shut out the Patriots 34-0. Not sure what's going on in New England, but this has to be a huge boost of confidence for the Saints. This one was a no-brainer, though. They're gonna take the quarterback, Josh Allen, another one that's gonna be making his rounds throughout the entire league. Derek Carr's headed to New England. So many drops from the Ravens in this game. Like, if you didn't watch it, you would think Lamar was just bad, but no, his receivers let him down. Regardless, Pittsburgh did what they had to do, caught the W, 17-10 over Baltimore. Now they're gonna get Burrow and this offense some more help by reuniting him with his wide receiver Jamar Chase. We're gonna be talking about them too very, very shortly, but as of right now, they are back together. Pickens is headed to Baltimore. You just can't pass up that chemistry. The Eagles, one of only 2 teams remaining that are still undefeated. They go to 5-0 in the season. They caught the W 23-14 over the Rams. Another roster that it was tough to find a really bad weakness. So you know my motto. know, when in doubt, go to the offensive line. Could have taken Cooper Kupp, but I'm not trading away AJ Brown. Can't do it. He's been balling, man. So instead, we're going to trade away Cam Jurgens. Get a nice solid upgrade at right guard and Kevin Dotson. Cincinnati looks like they might be back with a nice convincing win over the frisky Arizona Cardinals, 34-20. Now they've lost a bunch of their elite players, so they need a lot of help at a lot of positions. One of them being the strong safety spot. Cameron Crowe gives them a nice boost. They go up 8 overalls at SS1. We had Wilson versus Wilson and the Jets versus Broncos. New York caught the W 31-21. Nat Hackett gets his revenge over Sean Payton. Now they can pick who they want from the Broncos. Kind of slim pickings since they've already lost a lot of good players, but they found a jewel. Since they already lost Mosley, they need an upgrade at that position. So now Josie's their new MLB1. Kansas City with another close W, this time 27-20 over the Vikings. They improved to 4-1 on the season. Now they already lost Mahomes. Still have Kelsey and Chris Jones, not to mention Sauce. Now at first glance, you think they should upgrade a wide receiver with Mike Evans, but when you look a little bit deeper, you see that they could really use an upgrade on the offensive line, mainly because they have Ridley at wide receiver 1. They already stole a wide receiver. Christian Darrisaw going to be their new left tackle. Donovan Smith is headed to Minnesota. San Fran looking like it's probably the best team in the league. They destroy the Cowboys 42-10. Dak had 3 INTs. Like, it was not as close as the score suggests. Probably the best roster in this experiment, man. They have Parsons, TJ Watt. I mean, this team is unbelievable. And now they're going to get even better. They're going to steal Zach Martin. All right, as if McCaffrey wasn't already OP enough. He was doing it behind 260-something overalls on his offensive line. They've already upgraded one of them, and now they're going to upgrade the upgrade. Hernandez is going to Dallas. San Fran gets a 99 right guard. And finally, last night on Monday Night Football, the Raiders took care of the Packers 17-13. They forced Jordan Love to throw 3 interceptions. And speaking about a guy that can cause interceptions, they're going to steal a nice cornerback by the name of Jair Alexander. They already have Jacobs, so Jones would actually be a downgrade in terms of overall. Why not go with an elite CB1? Upgrade from JC Jackson and improve that defense even more. Before we sim, I gotta let you know we added some more people to the punters in free agency, guys that are on IR for the rest of the season. Sad story, Emmanuel Mosley got injured last year in week 5, missed the season. Now he gets injured again. Week 5 is forced to miss the season, hoping for a quick recovery. Matt Milano looks like he's probably out for the season. If he comes back, we'll add him back to the Bills roster. Tre'Davious White, same situation. You just hate to see how many injuries this man has had throughout his career. Now for guys like Bakhtiari who are already stolen, we're going to keep them on their roster. Even though he's on IR and he's going to miss the entire season, it wouldn't be fair to the Jaguars. And we forced win to every team that won in week 5. Now we can simulate the rest of the season and see what would happen. In this scenario, who would make it all the way to the big game? Prescott with an impressive season, 4,600 yards, 48 passing touchdowns. Pretty sure he led the league in both of those categories. As we scroll through all the stats, yeah, no one's even close. Unbelievable season. Like, I don't know what Madden has him on, but he has been balling. 11 more than second place in terms of touchdowns through the air. As for rushing, we had Jacobs with 1,768 rushing yards. Saquon in the top 3 behind Jonathan Taylor on his new team, Miami. Like, that's how scary that offense is. And then you have Najee Harris with the most rushing touchdowns in the league with 20. Bunch of guys with 15 or more. Receiving wise, CeeDee Lamb had more receiving yards and more receptions than Cooper Kupp. Man, you don't see that very often. Someone who outpaced Mr. Kupp. Lamb had the most receptions in the league. Metcalf was second, Olave, Cooper, and then Jalen Waddle rounding out the top 5. As for receiving touchdowns, Gallup had the most with 21. Man, slot wide receivers just go crazy in these simulations. On defense, Singleton led the league in tackling, 22 sacks for Hutchinson, almost setting a record. Vaughn on his new team, I'm telling you, man, that was the right pick for the Jaguars. Parsons, Jones, and Bosa rounding out the top 5 along with Rashawn Gary. Most INTs went to Sidney Brown on Philadelphia. Marco Wilson, Fred Warner tied for 2nd. Lattimore and Blackman tied for 3rd. MVP goes to Dak, man. He had a nasty season. Lamar was 2nd. Hurts 3rd on the Eagles. Tua on the Bills. And Herbert on the Ravens. A lot of quarterbacks on new teams balling. Look at Golf in the top 10. Mahomes on the Seahawks. OPOI goes to Lamar. Lamar in the AFC. DPOY goes to Vaughn. In the NFC, it goes to Hutchinson. And Jalen wins OPOY. Here's a look at the standings. The Colts end up with the 1 seed. Steelers, Bills, Chiefs, Dolphins, Ravens, and Raiders, man. You gotta feel bad for Jacksonville. They go 10-7 and miss out on the postseason. Eagles go 15-2. Niners end up second. And you have the Cowboys, Lions, Falcons, Seahawks, and Saints. Let me know if you guys see any surprises. You know what I'm saying? Taking a look at the playoff schedule. Here's the wild card. You can pause, slow it down if you need to. Divisional round, man. A lot of close games. Every game was 1 possession. And then NFC Championship game, Niners get revenge over the Eagles. Tua and the Bills take care of Lamar and the Colts. And now he's going to try to make it happen against San Francisco and that stacked roster. Here he goes under center. It's going to be a handoff. Cook getting the cutback, getting the first down, and then some. Still on his feet across midfield. You don't see that too often. A team getting huge gains against this Niners defense, especially when they added Micah Parsons and TJ Watt. I mean, it's just the scariest defense in the league. But Tua is 2 for 2 right now. And they have a 2nd down and 5. O-line doing a good job protecting him. Oh my goodness, what a hit. Jimmy Ward laying a boom. And they're going to go for it. Okay, they don't trust Tyler Bass from what, like 52, 53 yards away? I don't know, man. I'd probably take the 3. But hey, they complete the pass, keep the chains moving. Davis holds on to this one. Now they're going to trot Bass out there and get their first points of the game. Here come the Niners. McCaffrey on his first carry falling forward. This very well could be the Super Bowl matchup at the end of the season. Bills would have to get a little bit healthier, you know what I'm saying? Good stop though. Purdy gets his completion to Ayuk, but they go 3 and out on their first drive. Another game that's looking like it could be a defensive battle. Buffalo's up 10-0, make it 17-0 at one point. San Fran finally gets some points. They make it a 3-point game. Heading into halftime, they take the lead in the 3rd quarter. We got a close one. We're gonna hop in very shortly. 2-minute warning has been reached. Empty backfield for the Niners. They're down 7, needing a touchdown. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. Purdy gonna find Kittle, who holds on to it. There's a flag. Wow, they call the face mask. Okay, that's gonna help out San Fran a lot. Now they're in the red zone. 1st and 10. Clock is stopped again. Bunch to the right. Uh-oh. Kittle once again. We have ourselves a tie game. Here comes Tua on 2nd down, throwing across the field, finding Dawson Knox. Very big play right here. If he does not get it, Niners are going to have good field position, but it doesn't matter. Sherfield with a nice catch in traffic. Uh-oh. This time Tua's going down. Bosa forces the fumble, but Buffalo scoops it up. Talk about catching a break. Now, Nick is in the zone, so that's a little scary. On the other side, you have Parsons, so, you know, pick your poison on who you want to double. Speaking of double teams, you might want to guard that guy. Stephon Diggs with a huge gain. Very next play, Tua's gonna find Dawson Knox. So now it's Tyler Bass from 58 yards away. They ice him. Gonna make it even tougher. Does he have the leg and the accuracy? No, it's wide right. Purdy gonna try a Hail Mary. 2 seconds left, but it's looking like we're headed to overtime unless a miracle can happen. He gets rid of it. Oh, there's a flag. Oh my goodness. Pass interference on the defense. That's how the Super Bowl is gonna end. The game-winning kick for the Niners, and they're on top of the world once again. Purdy helps this offense and this elite defense hoist the Lombardi, man. This is what would happen. Thank you guys for watching to the end. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one.